What's up, you crazy misfits and fellow makers of the mayhem? What is up? I am your favorite cyborg with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond, and this is Surviving Rocklahoma. How is everybody doing? Sound off in the comments. So glad to have you all join me in the stream. I see we've got the numbers up already. Let me know if we are coming through loud and clear. Want to make sure that we don't get off to any false starts because we've got an amazing show tonight. And I can't wait to crack open this beer and crack open the show with all of you fine folks. Now, I mentioned we've got a lot of things to talk about tonight. Well, I've got count them, four musical features tonight. So we are going to be getting some fresh tracks from Breeding Thorns, Medicine Horse, the native band, Shelter in Place. It's got a new track as well. And She Hates Me Not, another new track from them. I know we featured a couple of those bands several times in the last couple of months, but I'm saying we got some new tracks and they know how to rock the box. Remember, folks, if you've got something to share with the show, you got something for me to talk about, or you would just like to have your music featured here on the podcast, shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. I've got a link right there on the screen for you to make sure your spelling is correct. If you would, in the subject, please let me know what you're contacting me for, whether it be the story or a band submission. Remember, bands, tell me a little bit about yourself. Give me a couple of sentences on who you are, where you're from, what are you guys all about. Include a song and maybe a picture of the band. That would be nice, with logos, and a link to where I can find a downloadable link so that I can play it here on the show. We have been developing a large following in the last couple of years. A couple of years ago, the website hit almost a 250,000 hits. One Rocklahoma. 2 years ago, this past year, we reached, I think, 40,000. Excuse me. Yeah, no, is 79,000 organic reach around this time last year. And we got to go to Key West, Florida for Rock Island 2023. Now, we weren't able to make that this year, but we do got a road trip. I don't have any fresh new details on that trip tonight, but I would like to hear from you guys. You can sound off once we get to that. We're also going to be talking about how you can play some of your favorite festivals and a whole lot more. So remember, guys, don't be shy. Drop down the comments. Let everybody know what's on your mind. Join the conversation. That's why we go live. I love doing this live stuff. But with that all being said, folks, I think it is time for us to go ahead and kick off the show. And as everybody gets their liquid or herbal refreshments in hand and all prepared, we're going to go ahead and pay some bills. First up is DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life? I want to rock! And Rocky does. Rocky will be doing here in a couple of weeks as they're bringing back Lita Ford and Last in Line. You can find details on that show on DEB Concerts on Facebook. And also remember to follow the other Facebook page, DEB Concert Stage at Rocklahoma. That's a mouthful, but put it all on your Facebook page because they've got updates on this year's festival. So make sure you get the info straight from the source. Once again, that's DEB Concerts. Thank you so much for your proud support. Also want to give a huge shout out to another partner of that festival who has been a partner with us for a long time. I'm talking about At Your Service Rentals, your official purveyor of porta potties for Rocklahoma Music Festival, as well as Born and Raised, the only folks I know of that will bring a portable. I'm all tongue tied. I got to get this. I'm ready to wet my whistle. The only folks I know of that will bring a porta potty to your personal campsite at a music festival, and absolutely great services. And more than just a porta potty, they've also got swimming pools too. Now, outside of those festivals, they're also able to hook you up with other portable facilities, structures. So porta potties, shower houses, sanitation stations, fencing. They've got a wide array of different stuff. So if you've got an event or need some rental services, make sure you check out At Your Service Rentals. Don't be caught at a Rocklahoma line in the middle of the night because you didn't get your own portable restrooms. Now you're stuck out line, and what's that guy doing over there? Hey, buddy, what are you doing over there?
Shitter was full.
Yeah, he didn't call At Your Service Rentals. Also want to give a huge shout out to Rockavet, a non-for-profit group that I have been proud to work with over the past, going on 5-6 years. We've given away over 64 passes to not only Rocklahoma, but we give over a couple of dozen away to Born and Raised as well, to our veterans and active service personnel. Remember, folks, if you or a loved one who is not only a music enthusiast, but a active service personnel or veteran, make sure you look up Rockavet on Facebook. We've got some cool things coming up, and we've got a special code word that when we drop this code word throughout the show, that's a reminder for you to remember this code word, because at the end of May, the folks that have the most correct code words will qualify for this drawing. So the ones with the most correct code words wins. So I'm not sure how all they're doing the final drawing. That's something that Rockavet's going to be doing, but we are proud to be the only place where you can find those top secret code words. Now, if this is your first week and you're just now joining us, you can listen to the last couple of weeks and pick up those special code words as well. So huge props to Rockavet for these kinds of contests and everything that you do for our veterans and our active service personnel. Rockavet believes, and their mission statement is, music is medicine, and we love everything that you guys do for us. Thank you so much, guys. Also want to give a huge shout out and a lot of props to Rocklahoma bitches. I love these girls. Christy and Kendra and crew are always bringing the hype, the party, and just positive energy anywhere you find them. You see them at Rocklahoma with that high demand swag that they're always giving out, and we'll have some contests leading up to the festival. They've also given donated guitars to the show for me to get signed at the Rocklahoma and Born and Raised music festivals, where we gave those guitars away through the show. Last year's winner was given away last year's winners got the guitars by completing the scavenger hunt in the campgrounds, and it was such a success that we're going to do it again this year. So a lot of love to my Rocklahoma bitches. Also, I'm sporting the tee, and you can't miss this big bus full of debauchery anytime you go to Rocklahoma, and they've been spreading their wings as of late and bringing their brand of pole dancing, loud music, fun, just everything that us folks love in a party. And it's all a bus full of fun with the big old bus. And last year, they not only hit Rock the River, but they rocked the Equinox too. And at Rock the Equinox, they brought their family-friendly affair. So, guys, be sure that you go show a lot of love to the big old bus. Man, I am getting tongue-tied tonight, guys. It is time for this beer, I think. So if you would like to work with us and you'd like to get into some sponsorship opportunities and some promotion for your brand or business, shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. We are about to reorganize some things, and we're going to redo our structure here. So we'd love to invite some new businesses and brands to partner with us as we get our endeavors in order for our year's worth of mayhem. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and get our refreshments together. I want to thank once again Prior Liquor, Wines, and Spirits for providing me with the suds that keep me sauced, and they hooked me up with a plethora of different types of IPAs. This last time I ran into Monty and crew, and I have never had this. So I think I'm going to go work my way through the box with a new beer every week. This one is from a brewery company that I've always loved, Boulevard. I love me some Boulevard wheat. This is their Space Camper, which is so appropriate for Surviving Rocklahoma. So I'm going to be cracking open a Space Camper as we leave orbit. So on behalf of Prior Liquors, Wines, and Spirits, y'all, cheers. Ooh, that's good. I dig that. I'm glad I got multiple of those. Alrighty, folks. With that said, let's go ahead and kick off the show. We've got quite a bit going on, and I think before we get into the first note of my talking points here, let's go ahead and break off into some music, because I got a ton of music. So we've got something to sip on, so let's go ahead and see if we can rattle our brains. What do you think? Now, this is a band from Dallas, Texas. We featured them once before. This a good friend of mine is singing in this band, who's also another band that we feature regularly here, the Outlaw Devils. They also helped with the pandemic Rocklahoma broadcast that we did when Rocklahoma was canceled. And this is another band that Jerry's got, and I absolutely love him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Breeding Thorns with Bloodlust.
Crushing your lions out of the cage. First blood is drawn. The battle is won.
I mean, holy crap, right? That was Breeding Thorns with Bloodlust. Huge props to our good friend Jerry Wolverton for, man, I never heard that side of you before, man, and I absolutely love it. Keep doing your thing. I can't wait to hear more from Breeding Thorns, as well as I also got a little taste, a little nibble of some Outlaw Devils that's going to be dropping very soon. And it was so hard not to play it tonight, but everything in due time. There's a plan. You got to work with the calendar, folks. So keep tuning in to Surviving Rocklahoma for more Breeding Thorns and Outlaw Devils. Much love to all of you guys. Now, let's go to the comments real quick. Sorry, y'all. Chris got me buzzed up and just it's all right, Misty. We love you. What's up? I see Kendra is in the comments of the Rocklahoma bitches. Now, she asked a question, and the question actually was, what does IPA stand for? And what IPA stand for, I didn't know this. I never read the can, and who doesn't read the label of what they're consuming, especially after they've had a stack of them? I've never actually knew that IPA stands for India Pale Ale. I always thought it was Irish Pale Ale. Just assumed, The more you know. With that being said, yeah. In the comments, I see another comment in there. I drank all the IPAs. I have a very eclectic taste of alcohol in beers. I like wheat beers. I can't do my bestie and co-hostess with the mostest, Christy Gross of Camp Mardi Gras, she just loves those Guinness and those really dark lagers, and I can't do them. I just can't. But I tell you what y'all can do. Don't not only support local music, those bands and all of those promoters and gigs and productions going around promoting local music. Get out there, support them. Go out there and see a live show. Buy some merch. Tip your waitresses and your bar staff. But remember, guys, that podcasting, it's not free. I wish it was. At the level that we have reached, it now costs money to produce a show. And I want to thank everybody for sending those stars. Now, you might have seen those in your Facebook comments and what those stars are. Little bits, little cyber currency. Okay, they're pennies. And those stars are how I monetize the show. Unfortunately, because I feature so much live music on this show, well, not live music, but local music, and I stream it for you live, I get hit by the trademark algorithms a lot. And we dispute them all, and it's not a big thing, but I can't monetize things around here. So those stars actually go a long way. Also, folks, remember, we've got Surviving Rocklahoma merch now. Not only do we have our official podcast of Rocklahoma t-shirts, but we've also got our proud member of the music scene t-shirts as well. I'll be selling them through the website this week. I don't know a whole lot of y'all in Tahlequah, but if you're within 20 minutes, I'll happily come and drop that off to you. But we'll be selling them for $20. You got your first taste of those t-shirts at my benefit. Huge shout out and a huge thank you to Metalcore Clothing for taking care of us this last round of merch. So we got those proud members of the local music scene design t-shirts from Metalcore's Clothing. Those are going to be on sale for $25, or excuse me, $20. The official podcast design, courtesy of Identity Merch, those are also going to be on sale, and I'm going to drop the price to $20. Now, you can also find our Teespring. I've got a link on the Facebook page, and I believe on our website as well. But my TV just spazzed out. What in the world? You can also see our Teespring, and we've got a wide array of different merch and different stuff on there where you can get some really cool stuff. And I always get such a kick out of seeing one of my shirts plastered across people. So thank you guys who have bought merch in the past. And if you've ordered some and haven't got them, make sure you email me. We can also do orders over email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. And we're going to be doing some contests here in the next couple of weeks and giving some shirts away through the show as well. All the noises that made, LOL. I never had tried before. Lisa says in the comments, Metalcore Clothing, Jeremy Knight, and Lacey Knight are amazing. Yes, I completely agree. And you know what, folks? We are very proud to have an extremely close rock and roll community, and I want to give I want to give Rockavet a huge props for everything they do for the community. And that is our excuse me. no, that is not our safe word.
Giggity.
That's our special code word. Remember, folks, be saving up these code words every live stream. And in May, we're going to be doing a giveaway for a couple of passes to Rock the River 2024. You can find the lineup now. We're going to be talking about that here in a little bit later in the show. But for now, be sure that you write down or keep track of this week's special code word. Community. Community is the word for this week. The last 2 weeks, you can get them on those live streams. Sorry, I got a message there. I have a Surviving Rocklahoma shirt, and it's cut up, which I forgot. Oh no. Um, reading on in the comments. Bands still have about 4 weeks to submit for the ROK the Equinox in Stigler, Oklahoma. Bands EPKs. Well, you know what? Speaking of, I think it's almost time for us to start talking about some festivals, and I'm going to let you guys know how you can play not one but 2 festivals we've got coming up right after this musical feature. And this one comes at you from the ROK Box. Remember, folks, if you would like your band featured here on the broadcast, shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, just like these folks did. We featured them the latter part of last year when they did one of their first shows playing the shrine, courtesy of a good friend of mine in Full Blood Clothing, Full Blood Promotions, a native-owned business. And you know, y'all know how much I love my heritage and how much I am to be a proud Native American. And these guys do natives very proud. So here we go with Medicine Horse with Turning Tide. And that's how natives do metal. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Medicine Horse with Turning Tide, coming at you from the ROK Box. Remember, bands, if you'd like to submit your music to be featured here on the broadcast, all you got to do is shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, just like they did. Oh my gosh, guys, give them some love. Let's see those emotes. Let's see those reactions. Oh my gosh, we see the love there in the comments. Kimberly says, love her voice. Jason says, digging that old Black Sabbath vibe. Alva says, couldn't pick a better song. Thank you, man. They picked it for me, and they sent it to me. No, that was freaking awesome, Jerry says. Huge. Man, that comes with, that comes from a place of high regard from my man, Jerry. I see we got some folks in the Facebook, or excuse me, in YouTube as well. We got some love coming from Thirsty on on YouTube. So I was going to tell you all how you can submit to play some local festivals. Now, Rock the River has put out their lineup. So I think it's pretty safe to say submitting for Rock the River coming up in June is over. You snooze, you lose. Now, you can still submit to play at the Rocklahoma Music Festival, not through this podcast. Remember, folks, I would love to feature your music right here. All of your submissions that you send to me is just to play on this broadcast, just like I played Medicine Horse and Breeding Thorns, and we've got a couple more to play in the broadcast. Now, if you're wanting to play on a stage at Rocklahoma Music Festival, you've got to go the official route that does not include the official podcast. The best way I know is to give Doug, hey Doug, yeah, give Doug a holler through DEB Concerts, and you can do that by emailing debconcerts@cox.net, debconcert@cox.net. Now that will submit you to play on the DEB Concerts stage inside of the Roadhouse, and it's an awesome gig, guys. If you are selected to play, you're already competing with over 200 submissions that they've got to listen to everybody, and they got to narrow all of that down to, a couple dozen spots. So keep that in mind. Don't take it personally if you're not selected. Make sure you send the best of the best content that you have. Get that EPK put together so we know who you are, where you're from, where you've played, and all of those other accomplishments, and send some good stuff. Now, if you would like to play Rock the Equinox 2024, the free festival at Lake John Wells in Stigler, Oklahoma, full of free camping, free swimming, free music. The only thing you got to pay for is the food trucks. Now, if you would like to play that festival, you can email rocktheequinox@gmail.com. rocktheequinox@gmail.com. Look them up on Facebook to get more information about the festival, how to submit, and a little taste of Rock the Knox's past. Full of tongue twisters tonight. All right. So that said, remember, guys, YouTube is your friend. Most of these places, especially me, they like that, being able to click a button and get your Spotify playlist and all of that stuff. But I'm telling you, go the YouTube route. Get your music on YouTube so you've got an easy link to share. Throw that in an email with a short bio, some pictures of you and your band, a logo, and links to where we can see more of your media. That's called an electronic press kit. It's standard in the music business. I don't mean to lecture anybody, but as an amateur coming in, I am finding the value of EPKs. And most of these folks that get played on Surviving Rocklahoma include one. And that's how I know where to send people to see your stuff. Looking in the comments, I see. Thank you so much, Fallon. DEBconcerts at cox.net to submit EPK for Rocklahoma. DEB Concerts. Thank you, Fallon, for dropping that link in there. Yeah. Alrighty, folks, we are going to keep trucking along. We've got more to talk about. Those festival submissions are coming to a close. So if you haven't submitted your music to those email addresses, make sure you do it as soon as possible. And I know it's still cold. We got a couple of days of sunshine. You might get out there, check, make sure all of your camping equipment's still dry. Nothing got soaking wet. You don't want that stuff stinking. It's not quite time to bust it all out yet, but it's never a bad idea to go double check, make sure nothing got into it during the frigid temperatures and you didn't blow out any plumbing on your RV or campers. With that being said, let's go ahead and break off and do some more tunes now. This one is another one from the ROK Box. You can see them coming up here in March. They just got added to play at the Revolution Music Room in Little Rock, Arkansas. They'll also be at the Vanguard March 29th in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We featured them a couple of months ago, and they sent us a new track for us to feature here on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is She Hates Me Not with Mr. Harvey.
I'm fading.
All right, let's try that again. The button messed up. All right, here is She Hates Me Not with Mr. Harvey.
If I were the devil, if I were the devil, I'd just keep right on doing what he's doing.
Right? I mean, he's winning. No, I'm saying, guys, She Hates Me Not, love that band, and that is their new track that they just sent to ROK the Box. And the easiest way to rock the box for this broadcast is shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, just like those kids did, and they just about blew out that implant because I couldn't help it. I just had to crank the volume, kick back, and enjoy that brand of music coming out of She Hates Me Not. Now, you can see them coming up at their show inside, or let's see, they got March 2nd, the Revolution Music Room in Little Rock, Arkansas. After that, March 29th, they're going to be right here in Tulsa at the Vanguard, part of the 2 Minutes to Tulsa, a 2-night event. First night is going to be at the Vanguard with Night Demon, Artillery, Screamer, Blind Oath, She Hates Me Not, and several others. Sorry, my card cut off part of the flyer, so I didn't get all of the names, but there's more on it. Now, the following night, Saturday, March 2nd, is going to be at the Canes, featuring, man, you death metal people, your logos are so hard to read. Let's see, a Blood Star, Omen Hellfire, Jow Panzer, and others. This is an event that I only just saw here a couple of weeks ago, and it's jam-packed. I can't wait to see that. I'm going to see if I can make it both nights. That is March 29th and the 30th. The first night will be at the Vanguard Friday with that band you just watched. The second night will be Saturday at the Canes. We've got a couple of other things. Now, this weekend, a very special friend and that has helped me out, and pretty much I want to say the driving force for the benefit a couple of weeks ago. And she's got a birthday party coming up on the 16th. It's her Rest in Peace to My Youth show. It's going to be at the Venue Shrine. Everyone is invited. Still Not Kira, Pariah System, Off Division, and a couple of others will be playing. You can get details on Facebook. Once again, that is February 16th at the Venue Shrine here in a couple of weeks. Now, on the 23rd, there's another great show coming up at the Vanguard. Tratura is going to be playing, as well as Rid Them All and Shelter in Place, Locust Grove, and others. That's going to be an amazing show at the Vanguard. Man, the Vanguard's been turning it up here the last year or so. They've had some really great shows. Let's not forget the DEB concerts, Lita Ford and Last in Line show. That's going to be at the Vanguard as well. You can still get your tickets now. Now, you saw them play earlier in the broadcast, and you absolutely loved them, as did I. War Pony, they've got a show coming up in Sapulpa, February 24th. It's a Saturday. Sherman Connolly and War Pony. Once again, that's going to be in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. I'm trying to see if there's any other details on there. I need to, yeah, these little card flyers I printed out did not work as flawlessly as I would have thought. Let's go back to the comments. Some discussion about how young the gentleman of She Hates Me Not was. Man, they've got some powerful music for that age. That's definitely for sure. Jason says not to break anyone down, but prayers to the family of 3 we lost this weekend. Absolutely. We would love to send our prayers and sincerest thoughts and prayers out to the family. I don't have all of the details, so I'm not going to talk much more at it at length. This is the first I've heard of it, but thank you so much, Jason, for bringing that up. I'm going to have to look that one up. That's my birthday weekend, Lisa says. I'm loving all the Vanguard shows because it's all ages. She can bring her little one with her. Shrine is my favorite venue, but the little one can't get into that one because it's primarily a bar. That's good to know, Christy. I didn't realize that. That's awesome. Late to the show, but thanks for the love earlier. You're welcome. Alrighty, folks. We are still cooking along, and we've still got a little bit more to talk about. We're preparing, we're gearing up, Angel and I, for our road trip 2024. Now, I spoke earlier in the broadcast about the merch and such, and that's where all of our merch dollars will be going from this point forward, is to fund our road trip. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me at the benefit. Everything, I got to pay everything off this past week, and it was a beautiful thing. So you all are truly a godsend, and I hate to hustle you for more dollars, but if you would like to buy some merch, you would like to donate to the trip or anything like that, you can shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. If you're on Cash App, Surviving Rocklahoma is our Cash App. You can also donate stars. Each of those stars, I think, is a penny. But we will be amping up our preparation for our road trip survival guide, and we will be letting you know the destination probably next week. Next week, we will do a formal announcement and let you know where we are going and to what extent we are going to be covering it. This is going to be a new festival that we've never been to, so we get to go in completely new and as total noobs to this new festival. Well, it's not a new festival, but new to us. And so we're going to bring you coverage as we prepare. We're going to help you prepare for your road trips in this coming year. So be sure to stay tuned right here to Surviving Rocklahoma, the podcast. And on the YouTube channel, we're also going to be launching a couple of other things. I've had some requests to do a country episode, so we're going to be branching off into that. And I've also had a lot of folks asking about information on how I continue to be a music enthusiast and podcaster, despite losing my hearing and having it restored through my cochlear implant. So I think I'm going to also do a short blog on the YouTube channel around that as well. So that's going to be more of a personal string of videos. Those will be coming up here in the coming weeks. We've also got Twitch that we are broadcasting across platforms. Jason and I did a couple of game streams, and I'm going to do a couple more probably this week. So be sure to keep a lookout for those as well. But the hour is starting to come to a close, and so I think we better go ahead and finish this last track that I almost played for you earlier. But now that I know which button does what, let's go ahead and give some love to Shelter in Place with their new track, Fade.
I'm fading. Shadow of the night I stand alone. A dying flame once brightly shone, but now I see this time on my hands fade away like footprints in the sand. Echoes of my voice seem to fade. Lost in the depths of a forgotten serenade. Through the smoke and haze I'll find my path, seeking signs of life through all the aftermath. With each defeat I reclaim my might, a lesson learned, another to incite. Echoes of my voice seem to fade. Lost in the depths of a forgotten serenade. Fading away. I can't tell what's right. I'm losing my mind. I'm fading away. Lost all track of sight. Still losing my mind. I'm fading. Losing my mind. I think I'm losing my mind. I think I'm losing my mind. I'm running out of time. I think I'm losing my mind. I think I'm losing my mind. I think I'm losing my mind. Running out of time. I'm fading away. I can't tell what's right. I'm losing my mind. I'm fading away. Lost all track of sight. Still losing my mind. I'm fading. I'm fading. Think I'm losing my mind, I'm running out of time. Think I'm losing my mind, I'm running out of time. Think I'm losing my mind, I'm running out of time. Think I'm losing my mind.
Oh my gosh. Tell me that you were able to listen to that and not nod your head, bang your hair, or bang your head, fling your hair, take a drink. Oh my gosh. Shelter in Place has definitely upped their game, as Lori says in the comments. Y'all give them some love. Give them some love. Let's see those reacts. Let's see those reactions on the stream, as well as your love in the comments. You can find that track and a whole lot more from Shelter in Place on your favorite streaming platform. I know they've got a lot of great stuff on Spotify, and we need to add that track and all the others that we see from all of our local music community. Remember, folks, community is the code word, and we want to see that rock community show up and show out by sending your Spotify links to your band's Spotify playlist so that we can update our local grown playlist on Spotify. We're going to be redoing that this week. We're going to wipe all of it clean with a fresh slate, and we're going to put in some new tracks from local artists. So if you would like your music included on the official Surviving Rocklahoma local grown playlist, make sure that you email your Spotify links to survivingrocklahoma at gmail.com. So we've been talking a lot this whole show about everything coming up, and I would like to thank everybody for joining me in the comments for this live stream, or if you're listening to it in post. Thank you. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your following the show. I love doing this. It's always been very therapeutic for me. This is a highlight of my week, sitting down on a Monday night, listen to some great tunes, cracking open a cold one, and enjoying my company in the comments. Love you guys so much in the comments. This makes me want to break shit. I hear you, Sparrow. We were just talking about how much I think they've progressed since the first time they heard them play, referring to Shelter in Place. That's awesome. Love you all in the comments. Remember, bands, if you would like your music featured here on the broadcast or on the Surviving Rocklahoma podcast or playlist, doesn't matter. Shoot me an email. Submit your music. survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. And while you're at it, include your gigs as well. We would love to know where you're playing. Remember, the Shrine and the Vanguard's got a lot of stuff coming up. We talked about them. Just a quick recap. We got Traitora, Traitora, Kira, Every Bridge Must Burn, the Almas, Shelter in Place. That's February 24th at the Legends Pub and Bar. The night before that at the Vanguard, we got Traitora, Rid Them All, Locust Grove, Shelter in Place. March 1st, we've got Hyper Bose, Lovely Machine, Shelter in Place again. Man, you guys are a hard-working band. What do you guys work every weekend? Also playing that Still Knock. That one's going to be at the Shrine, March 1st. We've also got Rock the River coming up. Rehab's going to be playing, as well as Flaw and the legendary, the infamous Texas Hippie Coalition. The Lonely Ones, City of the Week, Anything But Human, Shelter in Place, Dime Store Riot, Dark from Day One, Spare the Dead, Never Mind the Embers, Let Slip the Dogs, and a whole lot more. And Scotty Austin of Saving Abel is going to be with us at the river here. When is that? June 13th through the 16th here in Tahlequah. Don't forget about 2 Minutes to Tulsa, Friday night at the Vanguard and Saturday night at the Canes. Friday is Night Demon, Artillery, Screamer, Blind Oath, She Hates Me Not, and much more. Saturday, Joe Panzer, Omen, Hellfire, A Bloodstar, and more. Alrighty, folks. With that being said, also be sure to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere that you are following the podcast. But, we're closing out the hour, so that does it for me for this week. And I just want to remind everybody, please stay on the positive side of life, and as always, rock on.